Whew. Whew. Oh, it's so cold in this place. But wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Hey guys, welcome to Sunday school this morning. I don't know if you're as cold as I am, but this place is really, really cold. Ooh. Oh, but isn't it beautiful, guys? You know, it's amazing that you can go different places in all the world and there's all these awesome things to see. Even if it is a little bit cold, but wow, it's so beautiful. Oh man. Guys, today we're going on a little journey around the world to look at different places, different beautiful places in all the world, to see all the different things God has created. So if you're up for that, I'm up for that. I hope you've got spare clothes for the different places we're going. If you don't worry. We're just gonna do it anyway. So let's go, guys. Oh, it's cold. Ooh. Whew. It's hot in this place. Whoa. Woo-wee. I hope I am not lost. I don't know, guys. Like, I just see sand everywhere. Lots and lots of sand. And I'm telling you guys, I'm sweating under, I don't have much clothing on, but I'm sweating over here under this stuff here, over here. Whew. It's hot, but guys, it's hot. I'm a bit lost, but isn't this place just stunning? Isn't it just beautiful? Hey, what do you think? Ever been to a desert before? Whew. I didn't think so. I've never been. It's my first time. Wow, deserts. Whew. Well, guys, let's move on to the next place, shall we? So we had a cold place. Now we're in the desert. Where do you think we're going to go next? I don't know. Let's try. Let's see. Wow. What a place, guys. From the cold place to the desert, where there's like nothing growing in the desert, to this place. Look at these flowers. And the trees. Oh, guys, what an awesome place, don't you think? God must have really had a good time making this place. And you know, those people in that house, that building over there, oh, they are so lucky to live in a place like this. They must have a fantastic view. Oh, I'm very jealous. Look at this. Guys, let's move on to the next place. We don't want to linger too long. We've got to check out a bunch of different places today, but man, how beautiful. Right, let's move on, guys. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. A beach, palm trees, sun. Hey guys, you know what time it is? When you see a place like this, it is sun's out, guns out. Yeah, let them guns out. I mean, guys, this is my favorite kind of place. You know, the beach, it's nice and soft with the sand. The water is clear, crisp and cool, and the sun is warm on my skin. And you know what? Check it out, guys. We got palm trees, which means we got coconuts. Yeah, we're gonna have coconut water later for refreshment. Ah, man, I think these are God's favorite places to create, don't you think? Look at this. Oh, so awesome. Guys, I'll catch you on the next leg of our journey. I'm gonna go for a dip in that awesome water. See you just now. This is so cool. Guys, you know, we've seen some amazing places already. You know, some cool places, some hot places, some awesome things God has created. But look at what human beings can create, what they can make. Isn't it beautiful? These buildings, look at that. Wow. And you know, God created human beings. And they seem to just be able to create just like God creates. Awesome, beautiful things. How nice. Guys, we've got one more place after this, so I'll see you there in just a moment. Let's go. Whew. Another cold place. Why is there another cold place? I like the hot stuff. But anyway, this is really beautiful, hey guys. Don't you think so? I love me a forest. And with the snow, I've got to admit, it's really, really nice. But I'm cold and I don't like being cold. Oh man, This is very, very cool. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed our little journey through different places in the world, seeing all the things that God has created. And hasn't He created some really, really awesome, beautiful places? And I hope that one day we can visit these places again, you know, because it's just, you never get tired of seeing some of these amazing, amazing sights, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh man, it's so beautiful. But anyway, guys, that's the end of our journey. I'll catch you now, where we're going to do a little bit of acting from the Bible. A song, Psalm 19. Let's go talk about God's creation from Psalm 19 and see what the Bible has to say about all of God's beautiful creation. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's cold. Psalm 19, verses 1 to 6. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display His craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make Him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. God has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat. Psalm 19, verses 1 to 6. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display His craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make Him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. God has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat. Hey guys, welcome to our little talk for today. I hope you guys enjoyed our adventure through different places in the world. You know, we went to hot places with some sunshine and beaches, and then some hot places with just lots and lots of sand, and we had cold places with a forest, and they were all really beautiful. And then you remember there was that one with a meadow and a valley, and those people had that awesome view. Yeah, man, all these places we went, and then we saw the places that human beings have created, these buildings, all these beautiful places in God's earth that we see and we think are really, really amazing. And then we had that Psalm 19, where the Bible tells us that God created everything in the world and how He created and how it's so beautiful and amazing to us. And it shows the world how amazing God is. It gives Him glory. And this is the thing, guys, the Bible tells us that God has created the world that we think is so amazing, the world that we like so much. and it tells us that he made it beautiful. And that because he made all these things, you and me, we can know there is a God. I don't know if you've ever had it where you've looked at a beautiful landscape, something so amazing, you know, like a mountain or trees, and you think, wow, that's so cool. And you thought, somebody must have created this. It couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere, but somebody must have created it. You know, like when you see a building, right? That's like really cool. Like out here in Rosebank, we have some really cool buildings. You see some of these buildings, you're wow. But you know what's amazing? You know that those buildings were created by somebody. And so it is when we look at all of this creation, we think, it's so good. Somebody must have created it. And so we know that there is a God in the world. But you know, sometimes, even though we have all this creation, and even though we go to church every week and we hear the pastor talk about God and how God is real, and talk about Jesus and how Jesus was real and how he died and he rose again, sometimes, even though we have all of that, you and I might still find ourselves doubting whether or not God is real, whether or not God hears us, whether or not Jesus is alive, or whether or not Jesus is with us in our hearts. Sometimes we face these doubts. But you know, you and I are not the only ones who face doubts sometimes. There was somebody in the Bible, his name was Thomas. Sometimes he's called Doubting Thomas because he doubted that Jesus had risen from the dead. You remember the story that we just remembered in Easter, that we celebrated in Easter, that Jesus died on the cross for our sins and he rose again. Well, you see, Thomas was one of Jesus' disciples and he knew that Jesus died. But after Jesus rose again, Jesus took the time to appear to some of his disciples. He met with them physically. But the thing is, Thomas wasn't there at the time. And so the disciples were so excited and amazed by what they had seen, they went and told Thomas. And they told, hey, Thomas, Jesus is alive. But Thomas didn't believe. He's like, nah, guys, no way. Unless I see the nail holes in his hands and I put my hand into his side, I'm not going to believe. It's too good to be true. I'm not going to believe. Maybe you and I would be just like that. But you know what happened 8 days later? I'm going to read it to you. 8 days later, his disciples were inside again, and Thomas was with them this time. Although the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, Jesus speaking to Thomas, he says, "Put your finger here and see my hands, and put out your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." And Thomas answered him, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." And that's the story of Doubting Thomas, how Jesus actually met with him physically to show him that actually he had risen from the dead. But I have a question for you. You ready? Just because Thomas didn't believe, did that mean that Jesus didn't rise from the dead? No, of course not, because you know the story. Jesus met with his disciples before, and then he met with Thomas afterwards. Jesus had risen. But just because Thomas didn't believe didn't make it less real. You know what I mean? Well, let me give you an example if you're struggling. I'm going to put two pictures up on the screen, and I want you to tell me what they resemble. The first one, here we go. What is this? What do you think this is? Any ideas? Okay, well, if you're struggling, let me tell you. This is a 3-year-old's birthday cake, a picture from the top, from above. Do you see it now? Yeah. And the thing is, you didn't know what it was before, but now you see it. And now it's obvious, right? Okay. How about this picture? Picture number 2. You ready? Here we go. What is this? Do you have an idea? Now I bet you if I told you what it was, you'd be like, But I'm not going to tell you. Can you guess? Any ideas? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me tell you. Let me help you out. This is a picture of a snake seen through prison bars. A snake through prison bars. Do you see it now? There you go. Just because you didn't understand or see it the first time didn't mean that isn't what it is. If you know what I mean. You didn't have all the information, but then when I told you that it's a 3-year-old's birthday cake or a snake through prison bars, then all of a sudden you could see it. And now you can't unsee it. And it's the same with faith, guys. Believing in Jesus. Sometimes we have to believe even though we don't see everything. Sometimes we have to believe even though we don't understand everything. But just because we don't see, like Thomas didn't see Jesus yet, just because we don't see or we don't understand, does that mean it's not true? Well, no. Just means we don't have all the information yet. Think about it like when you're at school and you're learning about maths, all right? And the teacher tells you about a math problem, but you don't understand it. You can't figure it out. Does that mean that the math problem doesn't exist? No, of course not. It just means you don't have all the information yet. And you got to work a little bit harder to find the information. And so it is with our faith. We don't always understand. We don't always see. But as we get older, we begin to understand more. As we talk to people, they help us to see. And when we get that information, then all of a sudden things make a little bit more sense. So guys, that's the end of my message, but I want to just leave you with this one thing. It's okay to doubt. It's okay to struggle when you believe in God or Jesus. But I want you to remember, just because you don't understand doesn't make it untrue. And my prayer is for you, that as you go through life and sometimes you may doubt and sometimes you may be confused, that God, by His Holy Spirit, would help you to understand, that He would show you day by day more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more about Him, so that you can get more information and you can begin to understand. And your belief and your faith in Jesus can grow deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay guys, well, I think what's really important time now is to have some worship. I think that's a good place to go after this. Thank Him for everything He's done for you over this Easter period and everything He's done in your life forever, for all your days. I want you to take some time and just worship God. Hey guys, welcome back from worship. I hope you had a lovely time worshiping God. So for our activities today, I have 2 activities for you, and you can pick any one you want. The first one is Easter coloring pages. We've just had the story of Easter, and there's some coloring pages that maybe you colored some of them, maybe you didn't color at all from last week. So I'm going to make some coloring pages available for you on our website. Ask the adults, whoever's with you, to download them for you, print them out, and you can color them. Then the second one is called Missing Creed Words. Now it's another activity you can choose to do. The instructions will be on the activity for you, also on our website. So there'll be a button for the Easter coloring pages, and there'll be a button for the Missing Creed Words. And with those Missing Creed Words, just follow the instructions. Whoever's with you, ask them to help you follow those instructions. And whatever you guys have chosen to do, decorate it, make it look awesome. Send me some pictures. I like having the pictures and just seeing the work that you guys do. All right, guys, I hope that this has been a great lesson for you. This is all that I have for you today. And I really hope and pray that if you are doubting about God or doubting about Jesus, or even if you are certain, that God's Holy Spirit would be with you today, reminding you that He is with you always and that He loves you endlessly, more than you can ever imagine. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye. Psalm 19, verses 1 to 6. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display His craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make Him known. They speak without a sound or a word. Their voice is never heard. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. God has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its course to the other end. Nothing can hide from its heat.